think you are?
Why do you question this?
Just wondering.
I think I'm a pretty happening dude.
The fact that you just said happening makes you the least happening dude I've met in a while.
I know, man. I was trying to think of the most ridiculous thing I could say.
I'm pretty happening. I'm one of the cool kids. I'm one of the bros. I'm one of the dudes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So absurd.
Yep. That's why I think I am who I am. That's who I think I am. I am. Sam, I am.
All right, so guys, we're gonna have to pause the episode here so I can take Mike to the hospital for the stroke he's in the middle of having.
Yeah. So before you get into anything, I have to start out with a couple things. One of which we will have to circle back to. But a huge thank you and a huge apology go out to Mike's wife, Jess.
Okay.
Mike had the boys out for the weekend, and I won't get into all the details, but it ended up being sort of a real life The Hangover situation. And
oh, geez.
Jess managed to take care of 3 grown-ass men, 3 dogs, one of which was Lily.
And a baby.
Yes.
What the fuck? You can't be pushing that onto her.
Important life lessons were learned all around. But yes, Jess, we're sorry. We're very, very sorry.
Jess, what are you wearing?
Ooh. Probably the new hoodie that Mike got her for their anniversary, which was also one of the days of the weekend where she had to take care of 3 grown men. So, yes.
I don't actually know what you look like, Jess, but I'm going to assume you're wearing something a little more risque.
She was. Well,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go, boys.
Hell yeah. And then I just gotta literally wish happy trails to my friend Tim, who's an avid listener, and he is taking the next 6 months to hike the entire Appalachian Trail.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I think he said he'll be listening to us along the way, and he's got an Instagram and I think he's doing like a YouTube channel too to document his stuff. I don't think I have the name of it written down right now, but one of these days I can plug that for him if things are going well. So yeah, before we got into anything else, I feel like those 2 things needed to get out of the way.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Back when I was a young lad, I wanted to hike that shit.
Yeah, back when you were in your scouting days.
Even younger than that, when I lived in New Hampshire, when I was actually climbing mountains with my dad, you know, that thing we stopped doing once we moved to a flat state that doesn't have mountains.
Right.
But I mean, I guess I wouldn't be against doing it now, but I really doubt I could. I got one of those like gamer physiques and gamer like fitness levels.
Right. Yeah, you gamer boys don't hold up too well in them woods.
Mike, do you like fitness bread?
Of course I love fitness bread.
Fitting these nuts in your mouth?
Yeah. Why would you say that?
I can't. Why would you say that? Oh man. But fitness bread is a real thing though. We sold it.
Yes. Fitness bread is a real thing.
But no, like I mentioned last podcast episode, I recorded my video last week, and when I was recording the what is it called, the green screen segment, I had one bit in the video that was like required a lot of movement and like me doing a lot of things all at once, and it was just very physically taxing. And I like, by the time I was done, I had to sit down for a couple minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really out of shape. I don't know if I was ever in shape to begin with, but I am really out of shape.
Oh, damn. Ugh, yeah. Sucks, doesn't it, bro?
Sucks a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever, I don't need to be in shape. I'm a gamer.
Exactly.
No one's expecting any intense athletic feats from me.
Right. The only thing you got to worry about is injuring your robot sex finger.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that would be a problem.
I love that. That's one of my favorite stories.
I love robot sex.
Yes, you do. And documentaries about it. Bruh, I don't know how much driving you do, and I know we're in different parts of the country.
Oh my God, the fucking gas!
Yeah, how much is gas by you?
It is steadily approaching $5 a gallon.
Okay, because I got gas on Friday I got it at Costco. It was $3.49, but everywhere else it was $3.89. And then because I went to go visit Mike, I like burned through a tank of gas over the weekend. And I went to go get gas today, and Costco was up to $3.89, and everywhere else in town was $4.25.
Yeah.
In just a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, like, your work covers your gas a little bit, right?
I mean, a little bit, but it's just a fixed amount. So it when gas goes up, it definitely, I definitely feel it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They should really try to adjust it a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. It was great. The second month of my job when it was the pandemic and gas at Costco was $1.09 a gallon. It was freaking awesome then, but
you're making
sucks now.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drive much. I live super close to where I work and I don't go super far, but like still like rising gas prices has had to have me like adjust how I like the way I used to do it, back in the day. Back in the old days was I would I would wait until my tank got pretty close to empty, and then I would fill it up all at once, and I could do that for like $35 because my car has a pretty small tank.
Yeah.
But like right now, what I'm doing is like every time I get a paycheck, that's when I fill up my car, regardless of how low it is, just because it costs so much that if I do an entire tank at once, it's going to cost me like $60.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks.
Freaking nuts, man.
And then I saw some sarcastic motherfucker on Reddit. And I know I shouldn't be pissed about this because I know it's a meme and it's a joke. But I saw some sarcastic motherfucker on Reddit make a meme about Americans, about how we're complaining about gas prices while driving $70,000 trucks. And I'm sitting here like, my car cost $1,500 and public transport isn't really an option here. Suck my dick, Europe.
Right. It's not. Yeah.
It's not an entitlement thing. It's my only option.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if some Europeans really understand how non-existent public transport is here in America. Like, we have it.
Yeah, but unless you're in a major city, you're not.
Yeah, like a big city.
Yeah,
it's not really reliable.
No, and it's definitely not like a really like realistic option of traveling between cities very easily.
No.
I mean, you can. I took a train from here to Chicago and back once, but no, like that's not an ideal way of traveling.
Not at all.
Because then you still need a car when you get where you're going most of the time. So
yeah. It's like, oh, it's no good. You can't, it's Europe. Like, I'm happy for you and I'm gonna let you finish. But but that's not as much of an option here.
Yeah.
As much as we all want it to be, it's not as much of an option here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We had some warm weather here over the weekend. It was nice. It got up like over 60.
It's been really nice here over the past couple of days. I've been sitting pretty on my breaks.
Nice. But then, we have like the usual dip where it gets back down, like, to where the parking lot might be icy.
That parking lot be mighty icy. Damn, boy.
That parking lot be icy. So I told you recently that Lily had gotten sick in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And threw up all over your nice clean undies.
Yep. My nice.
And you had to wear them to work, and you felt that dog bomb sloshing around your gooch area. This is gross.
It's so gross, dude. Yes. Yes, that is the situation that I had mentioned. Actually, I have to thank her for her happy little accident, because she didn't get anything on the carpet, which is a lot harder to clean than folded laundry that I just dumped into the washing machine and washed. So
hey, that's a win.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a win there. Good on you, Lil. Good on you. And then this was pretty crazy. The Meyer that was closest to
Meyer, I hardly know her.
Oh, the Meyer location closest to where you used to live. That's one of my accounts, and I went to go in there today, and it, like, the entire thing is like completely flooded.
Really?
Yeah.
And why? What happened?
I guess they're like sprinkler system exploded.
Shit, they just did like major renovations on the place. Like, they were still in the middle of renovating it before I left. How did they fuck that up?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's really funny because there's a like community operated Facebook group for the town here, and there's all sorts of ridiculous things, and because that was under construction for so long, and because it was kind of a train wreck of a store before it was renovated.
Oh my god, it was the worst.
They always refer to that location as the Apocalypse Meyer. Because it always looks like the apocalypse is going on when you're in there. But I just think it's funny that now, after all of that, it fucking
it's just somehow worse.
Yeah, it's now just underwater.
I wonder how much of that, like, what's the word I was looking for? Renovation work just went completely to waste.
I don't know.
Thanks to that. Like, how much got like damaged and isn't usable?
I don't know. So I don't know if like the sprinklers went off throughout the whole store, or if there was just like a major pipe that burst and then like shot water throughout the entire store. But
I gotcha.
Either way, there's definitely going to be some cleanup work. So that kind of sucks.
And it's not going to fall on an outside company.
Actually, you know what? I did see they had trucks from like a flood damage company there, like while I was there. So yeah.
Well, maybe I misjudged. That's pretty pog. At World Market, they would have made us do it.
Yeah, I mean, the employees may still have to clean it up, but they at least had a company out like assessing damage. So let's not fully put it on them for doing the right thing yet, but at least I think we can all
assume that they probably did something, but not enough.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Oh, holy crap. I'm so glad I just remembered this because I totally forgot to write it down. Friday.
Friday.
I was headed out to Mike's and I'm on the expressway and I see a car and it's got a personalized license plate and I shit you not, it says, "You dare me." It was literally just the letter U, DAREME. That was their license plate.
So for anyone who missed last week's episode, it was called "It's Not Gay If It's on a Dare."
Correct.
And also we talked about bros
and how they like to say, "Oh, you dare me to do that? Dare me to do it? I'll do it because I'll do it. I know you think I won't. I'll do it." And you had mentioned that you never knew anybody like that, and then it was like a couple days later I saw that license plate, and I tried taking a picture of it, but the sun had already gone down, and so the glare from the lights, you couldn't actually see anything. So,
damn it!
I know. I'm sorry. Oh,
well, I'll live.
So what's been happening in your life?
Mostly just working on that video, man. I'm actually still in the middle of recording at the moment. Like behind me, in front of my desk, like I have my entire green screen set up, just sitting and waiting for me to finish this so I can get back to work. Because like the video's so long. I mentioned I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I managed to shorten it from the original 3-hour estimate I gave. So it is not 3 hours any longer, but it's still definitely a long video, and memorizing that much of a script is one hell of a task. So, there's a lot of me fucking up, and it unfortunately like pushed the amount of time it took to record the video. So it took me 2 days to record, the segment of me or the section of the video where I'm sitting down, and it's taking me another 2 days to record the segment of me like doing the green screen stuff. So it's taking some extra time, but I feel pretty confident in it, which is great.
I'm pretty sure Lily's throwing up right now, but I'm just going to let that happen. Just keep going.
Bro, that's sick. Literally.
Real quick, she did this gross thing that she's done a couple times, because I couldn't actually see where she was, but I heard like full on dog vomit noise. And I get up and there was literally nothing there. So she did the thing where it like starts to come up and she then closes her mouth and swallows it back down.
Tasty.
Yeah. So that might be coming back up. We might have to take an actual cleanup break at some point. But for right now, we are in good shape.
We'll just time it. We'll just try our best to time it with my diaper break.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So anyway, what were we talking about? I forget.
You were talking about recording the green screen parts.
Oh, it's just been a lot of recording time compared to usual, and that's fine. I don't mind at all. But it's just that's what most of my week is. Between streaming and getting the podcast edited, that's all I've really been doing. But I'm assuming I don't somehow manage to fuck up the last third of the script that I need to get through over the hours that I have to work on it today. I should have it done today, and then it's only so much longer before the video is actually done.
Nice.
It's not going to be like instantly finished, obviously, but
right.
It'll come. It's coming eventually. it'll get here.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like videos never really feel real to me until I get them like recorded and like ready to be edited. So this is the point when, to me, like a video stops being theoretical and starts being like really real.
Okay. I can totally picture that. Yeah, because your whole vision's like coming together.
Yeah, well, it's that, and it's just like, okay, well, now I have like physical evidence that like I've done some part of the video. Like the script is definitely like obviously part of the video, but it's not like something that anybody's ever gonna like see, like, they'll hear the scripts coming out of my mouth. They'll see the direction that I chose to go with, but they won't like see the words typed on a page.
Right. Yeah.
So,
man, you got to save those rough drafts for when you're famous.
I was holding on to them before I moved, but when I moved, I was like, these are just sitting here. So I got rid of them all.
Oh, damn. Maybe somebody trash picked them and they're going to be a like.
They looked at it and they were like, oh my God, Captain Mack.
It's the script for Captain Mack's, the long lost script from Captain Mack's Godzilla video.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
it's gonna be worth literally millions of dollars someday.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, it is.
Speaking of being worth millions of dollars someday, I am steadily approaching 5,000 subscribers.
Damn.
I'm less than 100 subs away.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, that's such a crazy number. Like, obviously all of the big numbers I've hit have been like crazy numbers, but that's such a big one. That's halfway to 10,000.
Yeah, when does YouTube start giving you like the plaques? Is that like 100,000?
100,000, yeah. So I'll be 1/20th of the way there, which is, it's still so far, but it's so close at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, compared to where I was at before.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I totally can see how like you can see real progress.
Yeah. It's nutty. Some nutty shit.
Yeah, I mean, because you grew like, well, how many? Do you remember how many you had at the start of 2022?
At the start of 2022, this year?
Yeah,
I don't remember. It's been like steady growth all year, but not anything explosive. So I'm pretty sure I was over 4,000 by the time 2022 had rolled around.
Okay, so you got like at least 3,000 subs last year, right?
Oh, before at the beginning of last year, I did not even have 200 subscribers.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, just look at the growth you had in that 1 year. If you have that same growth on top of that, like, you're just going to hit multipliers and just, you can blow up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, it's always exponential with internet shit. And, at least unless I, fuck it up by never uploading, which is never going to happen. There's just going to be those times where I don't get a video out for a while. So, the thing I feel very lucky about is that like I said, like my videos and my subscribers have had constant growth, like since the Berserk video came out. And so, to see that, like, somehow that to see that despite the fact that I haven't uploaded a ton of videos since then, my growth hasn't like stopped, which is what I was most afraid of, is a great feeling. And my hope is that it'll continue to stay consistent until I get the Chainsaw Man video done, because I feel like the Chainsaw Man video is going to appeal to a lot of my new subscribers, and that's just gonna keep the train going,
Yeah. And it's cool that you can do now you have the option to do like mini stuff in between, like your like Captain's Kitchen Live.
Yeah. It's really nice to be able to do that stuff live now, because it's like I said over the past like few times people have asked about it over months. Like, it's not like I've wanted to stop doing Captain's Kitchen. I always loved Captain's Kitchen. I kind of got tired of editing Captain's Kitchen.
I gotcha.
And so it feels good to be able to do it again, just in another format now. And like, I would love to, and obviously this isn't anything in the near future, but I would love to, if I were to like be able to quit my job and start doing YouTube full time, I would love to be able to hire somebody to like edit that footage into new episodes of Captain's Kitchen that would upload onto like a different channel or something like that.
Okay, like the professional edit.
Like, what do you mean? Like
you want someone to re-edit the ones you already did?
No. I want like the Captain's Kitchen live footage. I want someone to be able to edit that into like
gotcha.
To like bring back Captain's Kitchen as a YouTube show too.
That would be cool.
Because I just like the only reason I don't do it myself is because I don't want to edit that stuff anymore.
Right on.
So if I could get someone to do it, if I could find someone to do it, and I could pay them to do it, that'd be great. But of course, like I said, that's a pretty far off goal right now.
Right.
But that's what I'd like. I'd really like to be able to do that. Is just to bring that kind of thing back to YouTube, because the YouTube community has been crying out for more Captain's Kitchen.
Absolutely.
Every day I see articles pop up. Is Captain Mack ever coming back? Little do they know, I never went away.
Right? Oh, don't call it a comeback.
Call it come.
You should incorporate Captain's Kitchen Live into your next 24-hour live stream.
That would be interesting. I don't know how possible it would be.
Okay, I'm just wondering because I know you you mentioned that your listeners wanted you to bake a cake and you don't have the time for that. So if you
bring up a good point, that would be an entirely possible thing on a 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, because you could do it early and then you could have plenty of hours to let it cool down.
And then I get cake at some point in the night.
Right, you love cake.
I sure do.
Cake.
That's an interesting idea. I bet I could figure out a way to make that work. I might have to look into that. Good idea, Mike.
Nice. Well, thank you. Every now and then I have a decent
once in
idea.
A blue fucking moon.
Yeah. Blue fucking moon.
Idiot.
Yeah, me and the boys were full of a lot of not great ideas this weekend.
Apparently, let me hear about this. I want to know why Jess needed to be apologized and thanked. What happened?
Like I said, I'm not going to get into all of the details. There were just parts of the night where 3 adult males got separated from each other. One of which had a dead phone battery, and no one could get a hold of. And basically the other 2 of us were unresponsive to phone calls and text messages. And
oh boy,
not together exactly.
Boy, Mike.
It's fine. It's fine. It all worked itself out. Yeah.
I wish you'd work yourself out. Get some abs, brother.
Yeah, right? Hell yeah, bro. Get some 6-packs up in here. No, overall it was a fun weekend. Not quite what I think any of us were expecting. Because I went and stayed with my buddy Mike. Jeff, our friend Jeff came out. He had a hotel room, and we knew Homer, the guy who loses his socks. We knew he was out there.
Did that happen?
See, I don't know. He was tied up with this stupid dance competition for his daughter all weekend.
Fucking kids.
We only got to see Homer at breakfast on Sunday, and by that point, Jeff was already out of town.
Damn.
Yeah. And Friday night it just ended up being Mike and I, and actually a third Mike. So that always makes things easy. But no, Friday night was fairly uneventful. I did take Lily out there with me. That was interesting at times. Lily had never met Mike's dog before. And they were also dog sitting for Jess's dad's dog, who Lily had also never met. So there was a lot of like Lily like chasing them around the house kind of slowly, because she slips on hard floors. And her just like getting up in everyone's face and them like barking or growling at her, and then her just like not understanding that means no.
Ooh, that dog.
But we were good for the most part. There was one time Lily tried eating part of their dog's food when it was already trying to be consumed, and Lily got snapped at. So that wasn't great. But then later on, Lily went, and it was one of those like I don't know if they have these for cats, but they're like they're special like food dishes to like get your pet to eat slower. It's in like a puzzle kind of thing. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen those. Yeah.
Okay.
They do have those for cats, but you know Luna, she barely eats, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Lily's food just stays out all day and she just eats it when she eats it. But they have one of those for their dog, and Lily was having like a real tough time trying to figure out how to eat it. So I think she mostly just licked all of it.
Oh.
But it's fine. She shouldn't have been eating it anyway. But I'll roll into a little more of some of the shenanigans. Oh Lord. So we get together. We finally get together with Jeff. It's Saturday. Mike and I and Jess and their baby Theo. Shout out to Theo, who I just met for the first time. Great first experience for her. She got to experience her dad and all of his friends being very responsible adults.
Definitely. That's you're a bad influence now.
I know. I mean,
not that you weren't before, but now you have someone to poorly influence.
Right. Exactly. Oh. So I don't have to feel shitty about what I did. It's just I'm just practicing to be the fun uncle.
You get to be the one that Jess and Mike are like, don't be like Mike. Don't be like Unky Mikey.
Exactly.
Don't be like old drunk Uncle Mike.
Oh gosh, no. This
you were just practicing, bro.
No, this weekend was definitely a lesson. But so we're trying to meet up with Jeff. He got in Friday night, but never got a hold of us. So it's already Saturday, like lunchtime. We're like, all right, let's go get lunch. He's like, well, I'm in the shower. So by the time he actually meets us, we've all like walked to the restaurant, got food, ate, paid for it, and then in he walks. So he's like, oh, I don't need to eat right now. So we all walk back to Mike's. And immediately we get back, and Mike's got some household chore dad duties he's got to take care of. So Jeff's like, man, my contacts are really bugging me. So he's like, would you mind taking me back to my hotel so I can put my glasses on? Okay, no problem. So I take him back. And, whatever, it takes like a half hour or so. We get back to Mike's, and Mike really has been wanting to go to like a baseball card shop together. Because this whole group of us that were together this weekend at different points in time, when we were all friends, we used to collect like baseball cards and basketball cards. So we grab Jeff, we go to this baseball card shop, and like, keep in mind, we've only seen Jeff like for like less than probably like maybe an hour at this point, this entire weekend. And he's like, oh, cool. Can you take me back to my hotel so I can change? I'll just meet you guys at the hockey game tonight. We're like, what? All right, whatever. So I pull up right to like the front lobby of the hotel, and there's this female that is coming out of, yes, a woman is coming out of the hotel as he's going in. And I don't know if she was like stopping to smoke, or I remember she was like looking at her phone. So I don't know, maybe she was waiting for an Uber or something. But Jeff like opens his door and gets out, and he's still got the door open. And we were all planning on going to a hockey game together that night. And Mike just yells out, "You're taking her to the game with you." And
what?
Yeah. Yeah, like he yells this out, and I'm like, oh my God, I know she heard him. And Jeff just like plays into it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she's coming. She just doesn't know it yet," or something like that. I don't know. Something funny. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so awkward.
And I look over, and like we see her look up and kind of smile. So we're like, all right, we're being jackasses, but at least it's well received. So Mike and I go back to his house, and Jeff goes back to his hotel to change. We all meet up at the hockey game. So Mike and I show up, and Jeff's just kind of standing there by himself. And, you know, we jokingly were like, well, what, you didn't, I thought you were taking the girl to the hockey game. And he goes, her name's Melanie with an O. I got her number. I think her and her friends are going to meet us out later. So
shit.
He actually ended up talking to her, found out it was like her in town visiting like two of her friends, and they were like all supposed to get dinner and then go get drinks afterward. So we were at the hockey game, and we like sent her a message and asked if they wanted to meet us out, and it turns out only she was the only one who felt like it. So the four of us just hung out and had a good old time. And it prompted some really good stories, one of which we've talked about. So you know, obviously she was staying in a hotel, so she wasn't from the area. So I asked her where she was from, and it turns out she lives like 2 miles from where my dad lives.
Okay.
And we're all just kind of shooting the shit. And at some point she's like, you know, there's supposed to be like some sort of like nudist resort around there.
Nice. Let's go.
And I'm like, yep, there absolutely fucking
there
is.
sure is. I know from experience.
Yep, and so does this guy sitting right next to me. And so we got to tell the whole story about Mike getting caught by the naked guy and driven back to my parents' house.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, like, what are the freaking odds that I'd be, like, hundreds of miles away from my home and the nudist colony and this girl's home, and we happen to run into each other because, you know, on a random thing that Mike yelled out the window as I'm dropping Jeff off at his hotel. And it happens to be one of like the 2 times a year that I'm actually with Mike, who was involved in that story. So it was it was a pretty wild time.
Yeah, that's nutso.
Yeah. So that was pretty freaking sweet. Oh, the other goofy thing. So like we were only gone on this trip to the baseball card shop, like I would say probably less than an hour. I don't know. I wasn't clocking it, but it wasn't very long. In this time, Jess is trying to care for baby and 3 dogs. Well, I end up getting a snap from Jess that Lily had to be put into her crate because she was quote unquote just too much.
That's understandable.
I guess she was.
I mean, you know, from experience, like sitting that dog, that's understandable.
Yeah, I guess she was like walking around like poking like coffee mugs with her big old egghead. Just like, because she was like, is she gonna get into anything? And I'm like, probably not, but I have my my place is Lily proofed. Like, anything she can reach, it doesn't matter if she gets into. And she doesn't, because it's the same stuff she sees all the time. But when it's a new environment that she doesn't know, there's all kinds of new goodies for her to look at. All kinds
of new trouble to get in.
Yeah, so I guess she kept like banging into stuff, and then like there was one time the baby was just like laying on the floor, and I guess Lily started doing her thing where she gets like really excited and she starts like bouncing on her paws, and Jess like freaked out and was like, "Okay, that's it, Lily, you got to have a timeout. Just too much."
Oh, Lily.
The other goofy thing that friggin' dog did while we were there. So it was kind of nice because I don't really, there have been very few times I've taken Lily anywhere where there's been a fenced in yard. So normally when I take her out, I have to take her out on a leash, which is really annoying because if it's raining, I have to go out in the rain. If it's cold and snowing, I have to go out in the cold and the snow. It sucks. But Mike and Jess have a fenced in backyard. So we let Lily out a couple times and it was fine. Everything was fine. But we let her out there and their dog Meg was out there too. And Meg was kind of like walking around like, and Lily just kind of like trots over and follows after her. And they have this space. They have their garage, and they have like a little like a tool shed next to the garage. And there's probably only like 18 inches space, 18 to 24 inches of space in between the two of them. And the top is covered and it's all muddy and it dead ends into a fence. And sure as shit, Lily decides to stick her head down there. And this runs probably like a good 6 or 8 feet along the length of this tool shed. So sure enough, Lily gets all the way to the friggin' end and doesn't have enough room to turn around.
No, she does not.
So I had to then go back there myself, get all the way to the end where it did open up slightly, but still not enough room to actually get her turned around. There was only enough room for myself, and then I had to pick her up like Simba from The Lion King and spin her to get her to face the opposite direction. So I finally get her out of there, and we're getting ready to leave, and she decides she's gotta drop dirty. So she does, and that's fine. That's good. That's what the whole point of this was.
Sure.
But she finishes, and she doesn't always go all in one spot. She likes to Hansel and Gretel it. She likes to leave a little path here and there. Leave a little
right.
Leave a little trail for someone to find her. So she's going in a circle kind of as she's doing this. And her circle's taking her progressively closer and closer to this little alleyway again. Sure enough, she finishes. Learn. And I'm like, oh God, she's going to go back down there again. So I just start walking over there. And sure enough, she starts walking back there. But I managed to catch her by her tail, 3 or 4 feet back. And that's actually one thing that bull terriers were bred for, is to have super strong tails, because they were bred to hunt rats and would frequently be getting stuck in confined spaces. So their tails were built strong so they could be pulled out by their tail. And she is one dog that does not mind you touching or pulling on her tail. So I managed to grab her tail and I had to like pull her backwards, but I got her out of there.
Fucking dog, dude.
Yeah. That dog. Yep. But she was really good in the car. I think aside from when I actually brought her home, that was probably the longest she's ever spent in the car at once.
She handled it pretty well.
Yeah, she really just slept almost the entire way. So, yeah, I really couldn't complain.
I want to take Luna on more road trips now that I know she's good on the car.
Yeah, I mean, if she survived like almost the entire cross country trip, she could do like a quick day trip to Reno for some steak and shake.
Hell yeah, bro. Get a little mini cat cheeseburger or steak burger.
Right? Oh, do they have a tuna melt?
I don't know. I don't like tuna.
Well, it doesn't matter. Cats like tuna.
Right.
Yeah. You see what I did there.
I got you.
Oh, have you thought about anywhere that you'd want to road trip to now that you have a whole new like pile of cities that are road trippable in like a weekend now that you live in a completely different area?
Yeah, well, obviously I want to visit Seattle at some point. I've always wanted to visit Seattle.
Okay.
I guess, I'd like to check out San Fran and Los Angeles. I got to hit up the beach when spring rolls around. Because, ocean beaches and lake beaches are totally different.
Oh, yeah.
And I just I want to go and check out some of the other parts of the country that I'm not closer to. Like, I want to go check out the deserts in Nevada and whatever, like areas that are nowhere near or not easily accessible from the Midwest that I can now reach within like a day or two.
Yeah, for sure. No, but like around here you've got your like your road trippable cities for like a weekend. You can do like Chicago or Indianapolis or Cleveland or Columbus or Toronto. But like you've got that whole new group of cities that you can go to for like just a quick weekend trip. So that's super cool.
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Yeah, you'll have to figure out some good sites to go see and go road tripping it.
I definitely want to. I definitely got to get out and see some more stuff for sure.
Yeah. Now, Mac, I want to give you a little friendly reminder that do you know what's coming up soon?
St. Patrick's Day.
You're really close. It's a couple days before that.
Easter?
No, that's in April.
I don't fucking know.
We're coming up on Pie Day, bro.
Oh.
Just a reminder, order pies, not cases. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'm at a much lower volume store now, so I don't think I should have to worry about that.
Okay. All right, fair enough. It crossed my mind. I've got a friend every year. We text each other Happy Pie Day. Because she's like a teacher and all into like celebrating that stuff. And I don't know, it became a thing. So I have like reminders in my phone that I have to text her on Pie Day. So when I thought about that, I thought about your story of buying too many pies.
A real low point in my career.
I don't know if I'd call that a low point. You made you made a mistake.
I mean, it was like it was so embarrassing, but it was also really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, afterward it ended up being really funny. Just like how the events of this past weekend will one day be really funny. But right now for Jess, they are not. And for that, Jess, again, I apologize.
Man, I feel like there's something you're hiding that you don't want to talk about.
There is absolutely something I don't want to talk about and should not be talked about because it does not need to be heard by anybody.
Someday we'll get it out of you.
We'll see. You may get it out of me at some point. This is not podcast material.
I implore everybody listening to harass us for whatever story he's hiding for the next 3 years.
If 3 years time pass and we're still doing this podcast and I am continually getting harassed about it, I promise I will do it on the podcast for the second week of March 2025. Done.
Be like our 250th episode or some shit.
That'd be pretty freaking dope. We are racking up the episodes though.
Yeah, like I'm racking up these bitches. We're about to hit 60.
Yeah, I think this is 59, but
yes, it is.
Hell yeah. Yeah, really racking them up.
Well, I know from experience how some people will never let shit go. So, Scorpion, I'm looking at you in particular. Just keep on him.
Keep what Scorpion keeping on?
There's just I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I'm dying. There was many years ago, when I was still in high school, I had a very unique sense of style, as we talked about in previous episodes. I, for a long time, wore like a tie with a plaid shirt every day. And then there was another period of time where I wore a scarf every day, a particular one. And so this scarf was a bit about a meme between me and my friends. And we would, just joke about my scarf all the time. And I had a lot of posts on my Instagram about like me with my scarf or whatever. And like, we decided one day back, I don't know if you would know about this necessarily, but back in the day, there used to be these like Instagram 30-day challenges where people would, it'd be like day one, like, oh, your favorite color. And you'd post a picture of something that was in your favorite color. And then like day two, like something that makes you smile. And you post a photo of something that makes you smile. All right. So it was 30 days of prompts like that.
Yep.
And so my friend group and I, me, Jake, Jared, and Sean all decided one day to do one of those 30-day challenges, except instead of taking it seriously, we would kind of hold a little competition to see who could post the funniest response to a prompt.
Okay.
And so one day we were all hanging out together. I was a couple days behind on my prompts, and one of the prompts that I had to do was what I wore today. And so I'm sure my friends posted stuff like fursuits or like mascot outfits or something like or like a Nazi garb or something like that. Like just something stupid and jokey like that.
Yeah.
But I decided to take it to another level. So we're all hanging out in Sean's basement, and I go into the bathroom that is in the basement, and I take this photo. And before I even leave the bathroom, I hear my friends erupting with laughter inside the basement, just beyond the door. And what I had done was I had stripped down to nothing, and I had wrapped the scarf around my crotch and just posted a picture of that.
Oh, dude.
And so Sean told this story on stream one time when I was away, and for years Scorpion has constantly bugged me about seeing this picture that is no longer up on my Instagram. Oh. And I keep telling him I am fairly certain the original does not exist anymore. One of my friends has like an edit of it because we all used that picture in memes with amongst each other or like within our little friend group for a while. But I'm like, I know an edit of that photo exists, but I do not think the original exists anymore. But he still keeps asking me for it.
Oh,
and this is something that was mentioned on stream in like 2018. So,
damn, that's fucking hilarious, bro. Props to you for the scarf.
It was a really good photo at the time, but you know, it's like a picture of like 15-year-old me in next to no clothes. It's like borderline child pornography. So, you know, can't really go posting that again.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. I see your dilemma there, but that does sound like a very humorous photo.
I mean, it was a great photo. I actually like I can vividly remember like the exact pose and face that I made in that photo. But even if I had that original photo, I would not release it.
Yeah, you probably don't want that getting out. Or maybe you do.
Not really. Maybe once I hit million subscribers and I have millions and millions of dollars, there'll be enough stalker fans out there to somehow dig it up from the depths of the internet.
It's like your own version of a like a sex tape. Like it accidentally got leaked. And then you get super famous from all the pub.
Yeah, sure. If that's how you want to put it.
Right? That's why we all know Kim Kardashian, I think.
I don't know. Was she famous pre or I have no idea. I don't know what that woman does. So
I don't think
she's married to Kanye or was married to Kanye.
Right. And apparently he wanted her back. Oh, Kanye. Did you see any of those memes?
No.
Oh, there were some pretty good ones. Like there was one it was just like a picture of him holding up a sign with like what looked like a little
Oh, I did see those. There was a lot of those.
Yeah. I was going to say there was like a one with like little kid stick figures with it said like Kim and me, and then there was like another one for Pete, that guy Pete Davidson that she's apparently dating, and it had his like crossed out.
Kanye, don't you know no one man can have all that power?
No. Nope. Oh. Yeah. Pete Davidson's an interesting dude.
I can't say I really know anything about him.
I don't know too much about him, but like he is a very average looking individual, but he has dated some very attractive women. It's apparently like a weird thing about him. Like he's
probably, if I were to guess, he either has a very good personality, he's very funny, or he has a very large penis.
It could be all of the above.
It could be all of the above. He could be the most wanted man in Hollywood. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, he was, or maybe even still is, on SNL, so he is funny. That box is definitely already checked, but yeah, freaking Kanye. Am I right?
Davidson penis size. Wait a minute. Per Nylon, a now deleted tweet from Granny winner Ariana put the comedian's size at 10 inches.
Shut the fuck up. Oh God. Well, there you go. I guess we have our answer. He's funny and he's packing heat.
Let's go.
Oh man.
I didn't expect to actually find anything from that. That's good.
Oh, awesome.
Pete Davidson, come on our podcast. We'll pay for you to get professional pictures of your penis taken.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we will. Professional photo shoot. Show that bad boy off to the world.
Yeah, man. All right. I'm done, Mike.